Okay. First thing is first. Who would like to go for the homework? Who would like to go first? Let's do that first before we start our class. No?
Voilà. En fait, il demande qui veut commencer à partager ses devoirs avant de commencer.
Ah ok, ouais, comme j'étais pas là auparavant, c'est vrai que je savais pas c'était quoi vos homework.
Ouais.
Donc, non plus, ça va être difficile pour... J'ai pratiquement suivi qu'un seul cours, donc...
Voilà, the two girls were not present, so they cannot share their homework.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Me too. I joined her.
Okay.
So the three girls have not prepared anything.
Huh?
I can volunteer.
Okay, great.
All right. So I guess
first explain what did you do your research on?
Yeah, cool. So let me give like a brief context. So we were discussing, actually this is still pretty much from the first class. Majid, do you want to translate?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Can you repeat your sentence? Sorry, I missed it.
So I'm still focused on the topic from the first class, which was the compilation of the Quran.
Voilà, il a toujours pris le thème de la compilation du Coran qu'on avait vu dans la toute première classe. Voilà.
And one of the areas we were discussing is the seemingly limited role of Ali, who was the nephew of the Prophet.
Voilà, donc ce dont il a parlé, c'est d'Ali, le neveu du prophète.
Le neveu du prophète.
Voilà, concernant la compilation du Coran.
And when we look at the standard story for the compilation, well, there are two different processes of compilation that happen.
Voilà, en fait, il y avait deux façons de compiler le Coran quand ils ont découvert ceci. Voilà.
The first was in the time of Abu Bakr, and the second was in the time of Uthman.
L'un était à l'époque de Abu Bakr et l'autre à l'époque d'Othman.
But in both of those times...
Pas du tout.
Hein?
Non, excuse-moi.
In both of those times, Ali's contribution seems to be missing or not really mentioned within the compilation hadith.
Voilà, et Ali n'a pas été mentionné dans ces deux parties.
D'accord.
And so my homework was to try to understand what happened and why, or what do the texts actually say about Ali's role in the compilation.
Voilà, et donc son travail, ça a été de rechercher pourquoi ça a été fait comme ça et comment ça a été compilé, voilà, avec cette séparation entre Ali et puis Othman et Abu Bakr.
And so I found two different parts of the opinion. One was from the mainstream Sunni side and the other was from mainstream Shia thought.
I don't understand mainstream, what it means. Mainstream.
Like
orthodox.
Conventional.
Ah, d'accord, ok. Donc, I understand. Il a trouvé donc deux explications, une de la plus orthodoxe et l'autre de la plus moderne, évoluée vers l'Occident. Voilà.
So according to the Sunni sources, it says that Ali was consulted during the process of compilation, and he didn't seem to have any contrary opinion, and so seemed to be in agreement with whatever the other Khalifas were doing.
Ok, donc selon la tradition sunnite, Ali, can you repeat? Ali was
consulted. He was consulted.
Ouais, il a été consulté, donc il a été consulté pour ça. And
he agreed with the process and didn't have any problems with the process.
Voilà, et donc il a été complètement d'accord avec le process et il a donné son aval et son accord.
According to Hadith, it's also said that Ali said that if he were in charge of the affairs, he would have done the same thing that Uthman did.
Ok, il a dit dans un hadith que s'il était en charge de la même affaire, il aurait fait exactement la même chose que Uthman.
And so that was from the Sunni point of view.
Voilà, donc ça c'est le point de vue sunnite.
According to the Shia point of view, the mainstream belief.
Selon Shia is orthodoxe, yes. Hein?
Yeah.
Voilà. Selon le point de vue orthodoxe, repeat.
Of the Shia, so the people who follow the household of the Prophet.
Ouais, donc selon la tradition orthodoxe, donc rigoureuse, what did you say after that?
So according to that belief, they say that the Quran, which was compiled by Ali, was the same as the Quran that we have today.
Ok, donc eux ils disent que le Coran compilé par Ali est le même que celui que l'on a dans la sunnite.
Except that Ali also had more interpretations and commentary.
Sauf à l'exception que Ali a beaucoup de commentaires et d'exceptions.
And so we have the same Quran that Ali had, but we are just missing that extra commentary that he possessed.
Donc du coup, ils ont le même Coran, mais sauf qu'ils n'ont pas tous les commentaires avec l'intervention d'Ali, quoi. Voilà, en fait, c'est la même chose. C'est voilà, d'un côté, on a Ali et tous les commentaires, et de l'autre, il y a sans les commentaires. Voilà. Vous suivez, les filles?
Donc, celui qu'on a actuellement, c'est sans les commentaires.
The question is that if the one that we have now in our life is without commentary, okay? Is this one or not?
Is without the commentary that Ali had.
Non, c'est que Ali a. But what we have.
So we have the Quran itself is just the 114 chapters.
Ok, donc nous on a sans les commentaires d'Ali. Voilà.
It's just the direct verses that we believe.
Okay, just to be clear. Okay, it's okay.
Okay. Now I will just give you my opinion about this.
Ouais, donc il va donner son point de vue à ce propos.
Oui.
Okay.
I find it suspicious that like we have the same compiled verses that Ali apparently had.
Voilà, c'est assez suspicieux que nous n'avons pas le même compilation que Ali a.
And this is because it seems convenient that we have the same book that Ali had, and so we don't have any trouble with like the Sunni and Shia groups.
I don't understand your.
Okay, I'm trying to like say it clearly. Okay, let me just say everything, and then you can see like how to translate it. So I find it suspicious that we have the same book between Sunni and Shia groups, and so in a sense, it seems that the purpose is to not have any difference between them. But it just seems to be a matter of convenience rather than actually showing through some sort of analysis that we do actually have the same text, because it seems like the process of compilation that Ali did was very different from the compilation process done by the other Khalifas.
C'est difficile. Hein? It's difficult to translate that.
So maybe we can start by just saying that.
Can you make a small sentence just to explain the idea to the girls? Okay.
Yeah. So I feel that the compilation process that Ali did was very different from that done by the other compilers.
Voilà, donc ça, on est d'accord que là, il pense lui que c'est suspicieux parce que la compilation d'Ali est très différente de la compilation que l'on a nous. Voilà.
So it seems like a very big coincidence that they ended up with the same book at the end.
Voilà, il dit que c'est très très suspicieux que les deux compilations ont donné un même livre à la fin.
And by conveniently not having the commentaries passed down to us.
Voilà, et que tous les commentaires ne sont pas arrivés jusqu'à nous.
J'ai une question. J'ai juste une question.
She had a question.
Là, vous parlez du Coran, pas des hadiths.
Do you talk about Quran?
The compilation of the Quran.
Yes, oui, de compilation du Coran.
Parce que, alors attends, parce que moi j'ai toujours été persuadée que il existait qu'un seul Coran en fait, qu'il n'y avait pas une deuxième version avec des commentaires. Donc du coup là, je suis un peu, je suis étonnée, je savais pas.
She knows that she believes that there is only one Quran in the world. Okay, though she's discovering that there is many compilation of the Quran, and she is astonished, you know. Voilà.
Donc le premier, on va dire, la première compilation, c'était avec Ali, et puis après il est venu le Coran qu'on connaît actuellement, c'est ça?
The question is, she asked if the first Quran is from Ali.
I would have to ask Musab that question.
Musab.
Historically speaking, from the hadith we received, it seems Ali compiled on his own the first Quran, and then Ibn Mas'ud, and then Ubay bin Ka'b, and then these people had their own books.
Is it a question?
Yeah, the names are not important. The names are okay. Let's translate one by one. The first, it seems, every companion of Prophet, most of the main companions of Prophet had a kind of compilation of Quran.
Voilà, tous les compagnons du prophète ont eu cette tâche de compiler le Coran. Voilà.
D'accord.
Main one, the first one known, first one is Ali.
Le premier connu, c'est Ali.
And then Abdullah bin Mas'ud.
Et Abdullah bin Mas'ud.
And then Ubay bin Ka'b.
Et ensuite Ubay bin Ka'b.
So these three people had their own compilation. We definitely know this. We are almost certain about this because we received a lot of traditions.
Voilà, et ce sont ces trois personnes qui ont chacun une compilation du Coran que nous, on a reçue. Cela, c'est clair.
D'accord.
And afterwards, during the Abu Bakr's time, people were arguing and there was a war. A lot of Hafiz. Hafiz means the people who know Quran by heart died.
Ok. Donc, ensuite, il y a eu la période d'Abu Bakr où il y a eu des guerres à propos de cette compilation, etc.
Oui.
And, repeat the end of the sentence that you said.
Yeah.
Ils ont appris par cœur. Ils étaient morts.
Because the people who memorized Quran died, Abu Bakr decided to compile Quran.
Voilà, exactement, c'est ça. Ils ont appris par cœur.
Et ils sont morts. Quoi.
Voilà, exactement, c'est ça.
Donc, il nous reste ces compilations. Ok.
Here we need to be very careful about the terms we are using.
Nous devons faire attention aux termes que l'on utilise.
When we say Quran, we mean whatever is revealed.
Voilà, quand nous voulons dire Coran, ça veut dire qu'est-ce qui nous a été révélé.
We don't mean the book itself.
Nous ne devons pas parler du livre lui-même.
When I say there were companions who memorized Quran, there was no book they memorized. They memorized whatever prophet told them.
Voilà, donc c'est parce qu'ils ont mémorisé ce que le prophète leur a dit et qu'il n'y avait pas de livre dès son apparition. Il y a eu c'est de la mémoire, c'est des récitations et donc ça a été transmis comme ça. Donc le Coran,
Sorry?
Le Coran, c'est pas que le livre, quoi. En fait, c'est les révélations de Dieu à chacun des prophètes, quoi.
She said that she asked that if the Quran is not only the book, it's not the book, it's what the prophet revealed to the other people. That's what you mean?
I mean, not necessarily. When I say companions memorized Quran, I mean they memorized the words Prophet told them. It is possibly the same, but we don't definitely know.
D'accord. Donc
ok, d'accord, c'est différent, quoi.
Ouais, c'est différent.
Ce que je viens de dire.
Ouais, c'est un peu différent, mais c'est pas loin. C'est un peu différent.
C'est pas loin. Ouais, j'ai compris ce qu'il a dit en tout cas.
Voilà, très bien. Ok.
So the problem here, the Moise beautifully pointed, we can't be definitely sure if actually the compilation of Ali was the same as compilation of Abu Bakr. That's what you are asking, right, Moise?
Yes.
Okay. Donc voilà, là la question c'est de savoir si la compilation de Ali c'est la même que celle de Abu Bakr, c'est ça?
Voilà, c'est ça.
Ok. D'accord.
This is the question, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you need to think about this. I will not answer. There is nothing I can say because I wasn't there.
il ne sait pas, il ne peut pas répondre à ça parce qu'il n'était pas là-bas.
Oui.
But
Mais,
we know definitely, again, we know there are hadiths that talk hadith. You know hadith. Everyone knows hadith, right?
Yeah.
By the way, guys, when I use a word that you don't know, I use a lot sometimes.
Wait. Excuse me. Wait. Les hadiths, c'est les dires des compagnons.
She asked if the hadith is what the companion said.
Yeah, now. Okay. So, for Sunnis,
pour les
hadith, for Sunni tradition, hadith means whatever Prophet said or whatever companions saw Prophet doing or saying or accepting.
Voilà. Ça veut dire qu'un hadith, c'est ce que le prophète a transmis, a dit à ses compagnons, ça a été écrit, et ce que les compagnons ont vu du prophète qu'il faisait ou qu'il disait.
D'accord.
C'est ça les hadiths.
The same rule applies almost exactly the same way for Shias, but it includes 12 imams and Fatima, the prophet's daughter.
Voilà. Et la même chose s'est opérée du côté des orthodoxes, mais sauf que ça concernait 12 what? 12, you said?
12 imams.
12,
imam.
voilà.
Okay.
12 imams et Fatima, la femme du prophète. Voilà.
Sorry, can I just say that
they are the household of the family of Prophet?
Sorry, Majid, I think you might be translating Shia as Orthodox. I'm sorry, I think that might be my mistake.
Ouais, je voulais savoir ce que c'est quoi les orthodoxes en fait.
What is Shia, Musab? The meaning of Shia.
Okay, so in Islam there are two main dominant sects.
Voilà,
Oui.
dans l'islam il y a deux sectes dominantes.
Sunnites et chiites.
Yes, there are more, but these two are main, and these have orthodoxy in it and non-orthodox. They both have orthodox and non-orthodox.
Donc les
orthodox
deux.
Means, classical, traditional, and non-orthodox means they have different opinions.
Voilà, donc chacun des deux chiites et sunnites ont chacun deux orthodoxes et non orthodoxes. Donc les traditionnels, ce sont les orthodoxes, et les non traditionnels, ce sont tout le reste. D'accord? Voilà.
D'accord.
Yeah, when we say Sunni Shia, generally, I generally mean orthodox of the Sunnis or orthodox of the Shias.
Voilà, donc quand il dit when you say Shia.
When I say Shia, I mean Orthodox Shias. When
Voilà.
I say Sunni, Orthodox Sunni.
Ah, d'accord. Donc, ok. Donc, les orthodoxes, c'est les deux, en fait. C'est les sunnis et...
Oui, parce que quand tu parles des... Ouais, pour lui, quand tu dis sunnite, c'est les sunnites orthodoxes. Et quand tu dis chiite, pour lui, c'est chiite orthodoxe.
Oui.
C'est ce qu'il vient de dire.
Ouais,
ok, d'accord.
Ok.
Perfect.
It's clear. Ok.
So hadith is from Prophet, whatever he says, whatever he does, and whatever he is silent and approves.
Voilà. Donc les hadiths ont trois significations et c'est ce qu'il dit, ce qu'il fait et ce qu'il a approuvé.
D'accord.
But also, sometimes, as we said, companions say stuff, we call those hadiths as well, and I don't know why.
Voilà, et quelquefois, on trouve des compagnons qui ont dit des hadiths, et lui, il ne comprend pas pourquoi. Voilà.
Tu veux dire qu'il y a des hadiths qui sont pas justifiables, c'est ça?
Bah oui, c'est les hadiths sahih ou pas sahih, c'est ça. Voilà.
Ok, d'accord, j'ai compris. I understand.
Okay, perfect. So, where were we? Yeah, there are some traditions, there are some hadith traditions about the people, the companions having their own books, Quran books.
Mhm.
Il y a des compagnons qui avaient leur propre Coran, quoi, leur livre, hein, ouais.
Mhm.
And this is different than what we have.
Et c'était différent de ce que nous on a.
D'accord.
Okay. So these are hadiths. We don't have Quran from them. We don't have it.
On n'a pas, nous on a les hadiths, mais on n'a pas le Coran qui vient de eux là. Voilà.
Although,
qui vient de ses compagnons. Voilà.
yeah.
D'accord.
Sorry.
How do you know if the Quran it was different? You know? Enfin, comment ils savent qu'il était différent?
Yes.
Dis-le en français.
As I said, it is there are, for example, there is a hadith. Let me see if I can find it.
Ah, par rapport au hadith.
Non,
Yeah.
il va trouver un hadith qui va expliquer ça.
Hadith says, for example, the last two chapters of Quran, Falaq, Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas, Hadith says Ibn Mas'ud did not believe these were part of Quran.
Voilà, en fait, il a dit que les deux, par exemple, un exemple, il y a un hadith qui parle de deux dernières sourates du Coran, Surat Al-Nas et Surat Al-Falaq, c'est ça, hein?
Yes.
Voilà, que ce ne sont pas des parts du Coran.
D'accord, oui, d'accord, ils viennent rectifier, quoi.
Voilà.
And he didn't write those two surahs in his Quran.
Et lui, il n'a pas du tout écrit ces deux sourates dans le Coran, dans son Coran.
Similar goes for Ubay bin Ka'ab. He had more surahs in his Quran.
Voilà, Ubay bin Ka'ab, c'est la même chose. Il a deux autres sourates dans son Coran.
D'accord.
Okay.
Voilà la différence.
So back to the question, I think we can't definitely, as I said, we can't definitely say if it was different or not. But we had this discussion before. Maybe the Mus'haf, the Codex of Sana'a, the capital of Yemen, that is a different codex.
Alors, can you repeat?
Yeah. Codex. Codex is a compilation, a compiled book.
Ok, codex, c'est le mot pour dire que c'est une compilation, un livre qui compile.
D'accord.
They found in 1970s, they found a codex in the Grand Mosque of Sana'a, Yemen.
Donc ils ont trouvé en 1970 un codex à Sanaa au Yémen, la capitale du Yémen.
It is, when I say codex, it is a kind of Quran.
Okay.
A manuscript, handwritten Quran.
Voilà, donc c'est un Coran manuscrit très ancien qu'ils ont trouvé là-bas, quoi.
D'accord.
C'est ça, codex.
And it was slightly different than our Quran.
Voilà, et il dit que c'est assez différent de notre Coran actuel.
Ah ouais, d'accord.
Yeah, you can read about this. Actually, you should read about this, and maybe this can be one of the homeworks for the next session.
Voilà, vous pourrez lire à ce propos. Ça sera certainement les devoirs à faire pour la prochaine session.
D'accord.
I am writing it down. So I wrote it.
Okay.
You can check it later. So what else? Yeah, that's true. Most probably she scholars that what Ali wrote was the same. Possibly they didn't want to argue more, and they just went go for it. You know, I can understand that as well.
Ouais. Okay, Moussa, I'm happy with you.
No, the Shia, the Shia scholars who said that what Ali wrote was the same as Abu Bakr's time. Maybe they actually didn't want to make a fight.
Ok, donc sur le propos de la différence entre la compilation d'Ali et puis le Abu Bakr,
Oui.
en fait, ils en ont pas parlé parce qu'ils veulent pas que ça crée un conflit.
Des tensions.
Voilà, c'est ça.
Because both parties, like Sunnis and Shias, they have in their hadith books that Quran was altered, changed.
Parce que les sunnites et les chiites ont leur propre book ou leur propre livre ou de hadith où ça a été révélé. Voilà.
D'accord.
Okay. Shall we pass to Auhan?
Yeah, we can, if you like.
Did you do your homework or?
I did a little bit. I did not have so much time because I just remembered today what the topic was. But I went into it. And let's see. I found some sources, so I'll go into that.
Sure.
Donc il a trouvé certaines sources. Il n'a pas eu beaucoup le temps de faire. De faire ses devoirs et puis là il va nous partager ce qu'il a trouvé quoi. Christian, just a few words please. Your English is so perfect that you are probably the most difficult for me to understand. So
Okay.
Please very slowly.
Okay. I will. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. All right. My topic was Abdallah ibn Sa'd, or Ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sa'd, and he was a milk brother of Uthman.
Frère de lait, j'ai entendu.
Frère de lait, ouais. Milk brother? Really?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
He was a foster brother. That means he had the same wet nurse.
Oui, ils buvaient dans le même. Ouais.
Ouais, d'accord. Donc voilà.
Enfin,
donc,
la mère d'un allaitait un petit qui n'était pas son fils, quoi. C'est ça?
Voilà, c'est ça. Ouais, c'est ça. Ok.
Okay, so he was not a real brother, but a foster brother of Uthman.
Voilà, il n'était pas le vrai frère d'Othman, mais plutôt un frère de lait, comme on dit, parce qu'il partageait le biberon, le lait. Quoi.
Yeah. I understand.
And he was so-called the secretary of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Voilà, il était le secrétaire en fait du prophète Muhammad.
Okay. D'accord.
So his story or his history is extensive actually. He had the first part of his life where he worked for Muhammad.
Il a eu la première partie de sa vie où il travaillait pour Muhammad.
There was he came to Islam automatically through Uthman.
Voilà, il est arrivé à l'islam automatiquement grâce à Othman.
And he started to write down for Muhammad a lot of things.
Donc il a commencé à écrire sur Muhammad, avec Muhammad, sur plusieurs sujets.
So obviously, from the sources, obviously Abdallah was unsure if Muhammad was actually receiving revelations of God.
Ah, d'accord. Abdallah n'était en fait pas sûr que Muhammad a vraiment reçu la révélation de Dieu.
De Dieu.
Il
doutait, quoi.
Yeah. Abdallah, you said, hein? Abdallah, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So Abdallah thought, okay, I'm not quite sure. Perhaps Muhammad is making up all this.
Voilà, donc make up. What did you? Can you repeat, please?
Abdallah was not sure if these revelations were from God.
Yes,
but he thought perhaps Muhammad was inventing all this.
Ah, donc
Il a inventé quoi.
voilà, il
Si,
pensait que Mohammed
ouais,
a inventé
ok.
tout ce que Dieu lui a révélé.
Ok.
So he actually tried the whole thing. He challenged the whole thing.
Donc
And
il a
when-
commencé à mettre en question toutes les vieilles choses et les choses qu'il a dites.
And
Oui.
there's the saying or the
Ouais, tout ce qu'il disait. Ouais.
there's the saying that Abdallah wrote down a verse with the attributes of God in a different way.
Voilà, que même les attributs de Dieu qui ont été écrits d'une différente façon.
So that means Muhammad would have said that God was all-hearing and all-knowing, and Abdallah would write something completely different down.
Ouais, c'est en fait blablabla.
Yeah. So
Abdallah, il a écrit une autre version, quoi, on dirait.
yeah, it's a different version.
Ça,
There
mais
was
c'était,
he wrote down a different version of that verse.
ouais,
Ok.
en fait, Abdallah a écrit une autre version de ce verset.
Ok. Oui, parce que because he don't believe Mohamed, quoi.
Yeah. And the sources say that Muhammad did not recognize that.
Et Mohammed ne reconnaissait pas, et la source qu'il a
oui.
été voir dit Mohammed n'a pas reconnu ce truc-là.
So and then the sayings say that Abdallah left Islam
Donc Abdallah ensuite a quitté l'islam
and went over to Mecca.
et il est retourné à la Mecque.
So, and when Muhammad was, and actually he was also mocking the revelation because he was telling in Mecca, oh, Muhammad is making up that and it's not real and it's funny and I changed the Quran and therefore there's no truth in it.
Voilà, donc quand Abdallah est revenu à la Mecque, il a commencé à parler, à dire à se moquer un petit peu de la révélation de Mohammed et
oui, à dire que c'était pas vrai.
Voilà, à dire que c'était pas vrai, à désapprouver tout ce qu'il disait, etc. Voilà.
The traditional sources then say that when Muhammad went to Mecca, he would offer Mecca to conquer the town, and sparing everybody except certain people.
Ok, quand le prophète Mohammed est retourné à la Mecque, I forget completely what you said. Repeat it's important to repeat that.
Yeah, Muhammad was going then to Mecca in order to conquer the town.
Voilà, donc il est retourné à la Mecque pour conquérir la ville.
And Muhammad offered the town, I will spare everybody. I will not kill anybody.
Ouais. Donc
I will not kill anybody except special people.
Ok, il est revenu à la Mecque, il a dit qu'il ne tuerait personne, sauf certaines personnes.
Certain persons, exactly. Then there's a source saying exactly 10 people.
La source a dit qu'il y avait 10 personnes.
And one of those people
et une de ces personnes
was Abdallah.
Était Abdallah.
So obviously,
sorry, I just want to verify something with you.
Yes.
Is that you said that Muhammad came to the Mecca? He said that he's not going to kill anyone except 10 persons. Is it true? Yeah, voilà, c'est bon.
It's true. Well, according to the traditional sources we have.
Ah, so c'est selon la tradition, la source traditionnelle, la tradition, quoi. Voilà.
That means, for example, we have a source which is one hadith found in the Abu Dawood compilation that is talking about a conflict between Abdallah and Muhammad. So, of course, it's really difficult to say what really happened So what I only can say is that there are sources, and it may have happened in this way.
Voilà, donc il a trouvé d'autres sources, notamment une source, c'est un hadith qui vient de Daoud, who is it? Daoud something?
Abu Daoud, yeah.
Abu Daoud, effectivement, qui parle du conflit entre Mohammed et Abdullah, et donc voilà, c'est un peu hésitant quand même, quoi.
Oui.
Yeah.
Oui, parce que quand ça vient de la tradition, vous parlez des hadiths.
She asked if it comes from the tradition, do you talk about hadiths? She asked, huh?
Well, there are there are mainly ahadith sources. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's mainly.
Ouais.
Yeah, there is another source from the, well, there are sources of the commentaries. So some of the commentaries of Quran mention certain things, and also, for example, the commentary on the verses that are said to be altered by Abdullah, they contain also a little bit information.
Ok.
Donc dans le Coran aussi, il y a des informations aussi.
Non, les commentaires.
Les commentaires, pardon.
Les commentaires du Coran. Il y a des informations, effectivement. Voilà. Ouais, c'est ça.
All right. So we had the situation that Muhammad was going to Mecca in order to conquer the city.
Donc on revient au fait que Mohammed revient à la Mecque pour conquérir la ville.
And actually what Muhammad said was, okay, don't kill anybody, but you can kill, please, those 10 people.
Voilà, donc ne tuez surtout personne, c'est ce qu'il a dit, et sauf, vous pouvez tuer ces 10 personnes. Et dedans les 10 personnes, il y a Abdullah.
And then the hadith I mentioned, that hadith says that Uthman and Abdullah came or approached Muhammad on the day of the attack, so to say.
Voilà, donc le hadith qu'il a mentionné dit que Uthman et Abdallah ont approché Muhammad to do what?
Yeah, they went there, and Abdallah asked for forgiveness.
Voilà, et donc Abdallah
demander pardon.
Voilà.
Exactly. And he did that 3 times, and 3 times the Prophet did not react, and in the end he agreed to have mercy. So Abdallah joined Islam again.
Voilà, donc en fait il a répété, il a fait 3 fois il a demandé 3 fois le pardon, et au final le prophète l'a pardonné, et puis Abdallah est revenu dans l'islam.
Interesting is that he just did say, okay, I'd like to have mercy, but he actually went there and said, okay, I want to support you. It was not like, oh, I made a mistake and I'd like to have mercy. No, he went there and said, oh well, I want to swear an oath to support you. That was, in a way, it was.
Voilà, et là il raconte la demande de pardon. C'était pas quelqu'un, il n'est pas revenu en disant pardonne-moi, mais il a simplement dit très clairement, aide-moi à te supporter, quoi.
Ah oui, d'accord.
So,
pas supporter dans le sens te suivre, quoi. Aide-moi à te.
Non.
Voilà, tu vois.
J'ai compris.
So what happened then was that he was from that time on he was implemented into the system again, but I have not found if he was working as secretary again. I don't know that.
Voilà, il n'a pas été plus loin. Il a pas été voir comment il a pu être secrétaire du prophète. Etc.
D'accord. Yeah. Peut-être qu'il manquait du temps.
You miss time?
Sorry?
Maybe you miss time.
Yeah, the sources are. I went into the sources and they just mention that he returned to Islam, but they do not mention if he started to work as a secretary again. So in the end, when Muhammad died,
Quand Mohammed est mort,
later on Uthman became caliph.
donc Othman est devenu calife.
And then, because Abdallah was his foster brother, he appointed Abdallah being governor of Egypt.
Donc Othman a désigné Abdallah, comme c'était son frère de lait, d'être le gouverneur d'Égypte. Premier gouverneur d'Égypte.
And Abdallah, what he actually did very quickly was to rearrange how the taxes should be put together.
Donc Abdallah, la première chose qu'il a fait, c'est de réorganiser les taxes et de les mettre ensemble.
And there's
équilibrer, voilà.
And there's a source which says that Abdallah liked to spend money for himself.
Il y a une source qui dit qu'Abdallah était plutôt doué pour dépenser de l'argent pour lui-même.
So later on, there was a lot of like diplomatical stuff between Abdallah and Uthman, and also another person, Muhammad ibn Hudayfa.
Voilà, en fait, à un moment, il y avait beaucoup d'affaires diplomatiques et entre Othman et Abdallah and the third one. Is there a third one?
Muhammad ibn Hudayfa.
Voilà, Muhammad ibn Hudayfa. Hudayfa or Hudayfa?
Yeah, I don't know how to spell.
It's a companion?
Hudayfa.
Yeah.
Hudayfa.
He was an early convert.
Ok, il venait juste de se convertir, Hudayfa.
Okay.
And that Muhammad was also that was a foster child of Uthman.
Voilà, donc c'est foster child of Uthman. Ok.
Yeah.
Donc l'enfant, pas l'enfant naturel, mais l'enfant de lait, quoi. C'est ça.
Okay.
So what happened was that Abdallah raised the biggest fleet, or a very good fleet of Egypt, and therefore for Islam in the middle, in the Mediterranean Sea.
Mm-hmm.
That was something he really did well.
Can you repeat what he done?
He built a fleet. So a fleet, an army of ships.
Ah, ok. Donc il a construit toute une armée de personnes en Égypte pour gouverner l'Égypte. Ouais.
So that helped Islam, of course.
Islam, ouais.
And then later on, Uthman was killed in Medina.
Donc Othman a été tué à Médine.
And therefore, Abdallah lost his support because Uthman was supporting him.
Voilà, donc comme Othman soutenait Abdallah en Égypte, donc Abdallah a perdu son soutien principal quand il est mort.
So he left to Damascus and lived there until his death, obviously.
Donc il a quitté Damas, hein?
Damascus. Yeah, Damascus.
Damascus? Where is it? What is it?
It's a city.
Ah, it's a city.
Capital city of Syria. Capital city of Syria.
Damas.
Damas.
Il était pas en Égypte.
Yes, and he lived there because he got protection from the local person. So in all over, Abdallah, he was often in the following, like in the following centuries, he's often used in order to either say, oh, the Quran was tainted and it was manipulated and everything, and on the other side, he was used for an example, so as an exemplary Muslim to return to Islam because he finally realized that Muhammad was right and these kind of things. So he was used in both ways, or his stories was used in both ways of propaganda.
Voilà, donc tout ça pour raconter, là il a résumé, il a raconté l'histoire d'Abdallah du début à la fin, de quelqu'un qui a critiqué toute la révélation du prophète, etc., etc., et puis à la fin, qui est devenu un chef des croyants, un chef d'une armée de croyants moderne et très très croyante, enfin qui suivait le prophète à la lettre, quoi, de la sunna, voilà.
In regard to spirituality, the most important part of his life is definitely the idea or the question of what about revelation? Is the revelation real? Do I leave Islam or do I leave my religion because I have doubts? Do I return? Why do I return to my religion? These are the main topics of his life we can relate mainly in regard to spirituality.
Voilà, donc là, il fait encore un résumé en parlant de la vie spirituelle d'Abdallah qui a émis, bien sûr, les doutes sur la révélation et qui a mis un truc contraire qui était bien sûr, d'approuver cette foi et puis de suivre la sunna du prophète. Voilà. C'était une explication spirituelle, c'est ça que je voulais dire. Tu comprends Allô, Lorraine?
Oui, j'ai bien compris.
Yes, Majid?
Yeah?
What were you saying?
What?
You were saying something.
No, I just only translate the end of the sentence to the girl. Yeah. To Lorraine, it's your name?
Oui.
C'est Lorraine, hein, c'est ça?
Oui.
Enchantée, Lorraine.
Enchantée.
Enchantée as well, Lorraine.
Voilà.
By the way, Lauren, where are you from?
France, Marseille.
Marseille. Yeah, you are from Marseille as well. Did we meet?
Est-ce que vous vous êtes rencontrés déjà?
Avec Ludovic?
Non, avec lui, avec Moussab, vous êtes déjà vus?
Never.
Non.
Oh, okay. I just realized that we haven't introduced ourselves to you.
Voilà, il vient juste de réaliser qu'ils ne se sont pas présentés à toi tout à l'heure.
Oui, mais c'est pas grave.
It's not great.
So my name is Musab, and I am in London, and I study religions.
Voilà, il s'appelle Moussab, il est de Londres et il étudie la religion.
Okay.
And shall we go for a quick introduction? Majid, let's go with you.
Yeah, okay. Bonjour Lorraine. I said it in French because she
that's enough.
Bon, Lorraine, bonjour, je m'appelle Majid, je suis de Paris. Enchanté. Voilà, j'ai fait partie de l'association et j'étudie l'islam, mais avec Mossab et nos amis. Voilà. Sinon, je fais pas ça dans la vie. Je suis kinésithérapeute. Voilà.
D'accord. Oui, tu fais pas ça.
Non, je fais ça dans le cadre associatif. Voilà.
D'accord. Ok. Super. Ok. Ben moi c'est la première session, donc du coup je découvre un peu. Je découvre un petit peu, quoi. Comme je disais à Ludovic, ben, vous le connaissez, je pense.
Oui, bien sûr.
Voilà, moi j'arrive un peu à tâtons, je connais pas trop, donc mais j'ai toujours été curieuse de cette religion, donc voilà,
She's introducing herself. She said hello, and she asked herself a lot of questions. She is interesting about everything that you said, and voilà.
C'est ça.
Voilà, Lorraine from Marseille.
Great. Yeah, Rachida.
Oui, salam alaikum. Moi, c'est Rachida de Bruxelles, maman de 3 enfants. Et moi aussi, c'est un cheminement personnel déjà dans un premier temps. Et de ce chemin, j'espère de le faire partager là où Dieu me mettra, tout simplement. C'est que j'ai une aspiration d'un divin Voilà, pas d'un divin que les gens connaissent, mais d'un autre divin que peu de gens, voilà. J'ai envie de découvrir vraiment ce divin d'amour, voilà.
She wants to discover love from God, the divine. So she introduced herself for saying that, and she said hello too.
Perfect. And English-speaking brothers?
I can try speaking in French. Let's see how this goes. Bonjour, bonsoir. Je m'appelle Moïse. Je suis un étudiant doctoral de engineering chemical. I don't know how to translate that.
Oh, tu parles bien.
Je parle un peu français.
Mashallah.
Et
oui.
je m'intéressais à la religion. That's why I'm in this class.
Voilà, il s'intéresse à la religion, c'est pour ça qu'il a fait cette classe.
Good.
Yeah.
So I continue. My name is Christian Awan Herman. You just go.
Christian Herman.
You just go with Awan. I am from Germany.
Il est d'Allemagne.
That means I am not a born Muslim, but a convert.
Voilà, c'est un musulman converti et pas un musulman né musulman.
And I am a gay man, and
il est gay.
What to say? Labeling. Let's go with labeling. I have the label first openly gay imam in Germany.
Voilà, il a lancé le label, en fait, c'est le fait qu'il est le premier gay imam en Allemagne.
Je ne savais pas.
I like to label myself having started to study and to find out more about Islam.
Voilà, donc il a aussi cette vocation d'apprendre plus à propos de l'islam.
And I also am the coordinator and supporter for the course of level 1.
Voilà, donc il est aussi le coordinateur et le principal supporter du cours sur le niveau numéro 1 de ce qu'on fait là.
D'accord, donc normalement, il devrait tout savoir ses devoirs en fait.
Voilà, she said that you have to know your homework perfectly.
Oh my, okay. No, actually, perfect would have been if I would be able to write all the things down beforehand so that I can actually continue to work on that. So, well, it's not perfect. I'm way from perfect, please.
Voilà,
oh my God.
Okay, thank you everyone, and we have only 1 hour left. We shall now continue where we were. I will share my screen again with you, so you won't be able to see me.
Which is a pity.
Majid?
Yeah?
Are you translating?
Ah, sorry. I was thinking, I was going into the sky. I don't know. So, can you repeat that, please, Musa?
What happened? What was there?
Huh? What happened?
What did you find in sky?
I don't know. Maybe I'm making a story by myself too.
What was the story about?
I don't want to share it with you because you will shut up the computer. You will quit.
Oh my God.
Nazbillah. So okay, we are gonna start our class, inshallah.
Voilà, donc on va commencer notre cours, inshallah.
Okay, I will share my screen with you, but beforehand,
Donc il va partager son cours avec nous, donc ça sera, on pourra le lire. Ouais.
Okay. Okay. Where? They changed. This Skype has changed. Oh, subhanallah. More option.
Ouais, donc il le trouve pas parce que ça a changé, un truc qui a changé.
Share screen. Yeah.
Voilà, donc là il a trouvé normalement.
Share computer sound. No, don't share computer sound. Why do they? Yeah. Do you see my screen now? Yourselves, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You see my mouse, where my mouse is?
No.
It's in my notes.
Yes, I see your screen.
Yes, it's okay.
Sorry. How do we do that? I always forget this. Start the slide.
Chronology.
Perhaps view?
I hope so, but do you see it, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I start the slide? Do you remember?
Perhaps use slideshow.
It's okay.
So we passed through here, so unfortunately I will not be able to repeat. So we will go through. We also actually did some of these parts, but we will go from here. We will start from here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Ouais. Donc il va commencer de l'endroit où il s'est arrêté la dernière fois. D'accord?
Oui, bien sûr. Juste une question. Où est-ce que je pourrais trouver les anciens PowerPoint?
She asked if you can send her the last PowerPoints.
I will share all of them with you, inshallah, but not now.
Bah, pas maintenant,
Okay.
mais je les partager bientôt.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, inshallah. I will put them in proper order and inshallah send it to you. Okay, so what we did so far, we talked about the revolution. Generally, it is still we are dealing with revolution of Quran. And we talked about, that's why actually our friends brought us from last week. One was from about writing of Quran.
Ouais, donc il a parlé, il revient sur la chronologie de la révélation du Coran. Là, il en était à comment il a été transcrit, c'est-à-dire écrit sur les papiers, les bouts de bois, etc. Quoi. Les pots.
Ok, les différentes manières de
Voilà.
de transmettre. Ok.
Voilà, exactement.
Today we are going to start the chronology of Quran, chronology of the revelation. What was the first, what was the last verses?
Ok, là aujourd'hui, il va commencer avec la chronologie du Coran, du premier verset au dernier.
But before that, I will touch one topic that's, I believe, important. I don't know if I put in the slides. Actually, I don't remember. That's why I want to share it before. So, in Quran.
Donc, il va parler d'un sujet qui n'apparaît pas dans ce qu'il va vous montrer. Donc, il préfère parler de ça avant. Dans le Coran.
In Quran, there are two main forms are used for revelation.
Voilà, dans le Coran, il y a deux formes d'utilisation de la révélation. Deux formes. C'est sous deux formes.
The verbal form, it is linguistic a little bit too much. If it is too much detail, we can pass it. But you need to know, what you need to know is one is used inzal, the other is tenzil.
Voilà, donc une c'est inza et l'autre c'est tenzil.
Yeah.
Ça veut dire quoi? What is it?
Voilà, ça veut dire quoi?
So,
voilà.
What is the difference? For example, let me read the verse for you. He has revealed. I'm reading a verse from Quran. He has revealed. Here, Quran uses tenzil. Unto you the scripture with truth, confirming that which was before it. Even as he revealed, but I will just short some this part. Even as he revealed, here Allah uses inzal, the Torah and the Gospel. So there is a verse in Quran the Quran uses two different words for revelation. One is for Quran, the other is for Torah and Bible.
D'accord, ok.
Alors,
Donc,
dis-moi.
il y a deux formes de révélation de Dieu. Il y a la première, elle est faite pour le Coran, et l'autre, elle est faite pour la Torah et l'Injil et l'Évangile, donc et la Bible. Donc en fait la révélation qui est faite pour le Coran, c'est une forme, et celle qui est faite pour la Torah et l'Évangile, c'est une autre forme. Voilà.
D'accord.
Mufassir, the what is it called? Interpreter of Quran al-Zamakhshari says Allah used Tanzil for Quran because meaning of Tanzil means slowly and gradually going down. D'accord, donc il a utilisé la forme qu'on appelle le Tanzil pour le Coran parce que c'était what is it? Can you repeat the end? The end? Tanzil? Yeah, because it is the meaning of Tanzil is gradually going down. Voilà, c'est lent, c'est lent et c'est comment expliquer ça? Graduing.
Ouais. And down, ouais.
C'est progressif. Progressif.
Okay.
C'est voilà, c'est progressif, c'est comment on appelle ça? Très lent et progressif. Voilà, ça c'est une bonne traduction, je pense. Ouais.
D'accord.
Yeah. The other term in Zal is bringing something down directly.
Voilà, le Inza pour l'autre, c'est-à-dire pour l'évangile et la Torah, c'est la révélation directe. Tu comprends?
Ok, d'accord. Ok, j'ai compris.
Le Coran, c'est plus lent et progressif.
Oui, ça y est, je vois complètement.
Direct. Voilà.
J'ai bien compris, ouais, merci. Ouais, j'ai bien compris.
She understands. It's okay.
Yeah. So
the most important thing is that we understand. That's okay.
Yeah, that's the most important part. If we miss few words, that's okay. So, what is this? What's the importance of this for us, for Muslims? Is that although the other books, what we understand from Quran, the other books reveal directly to the prophets, but this book, the book we have, Quran, is revealed through time, depending on situation.
Voilà, la grande différence entre les autres livres, donc la Torah et la Bible et le Coran, c'est que le Coran et la Bible ont été directement révélés aux prophètes, directement, alors que le Coran, il a passé des époques et des comment on appelle ça, des transmissions, c'est-à-dire petit à petit, quoi. Tu vois?
D'accord. Oui, j'ai compris. Ouais.
Voilà.
This will be important in a little bit further when we are talking about especially the reasons of revelation. This will be important. Why? Every verse almost has a reason to be revealed.
Voilà, ce qui explique pourquoi chaque verset a une raison particulière d'avoir été révélé, puisque ça s'est fait petit à petit, très lentement. Voilà.
So now the chronology of revelation. The importance of the revelation. What's the importance of this revelation? This science for us. Chronology of revelation. What would make any difference if the chronology is incorrect or we don't know? We know. What do you think?
Is that a question? Sorry.
Yeah, it is a question. It is a question. But
he's asking a question for us. So, can you repeat the question?
What is the importance of this science, the chronology of verses?
Ok, c'est quoi l'importance de savoir pourquoi la chronologie, pourquoi le verset 1 il est arrivé là et l'autre en dernier, etc.
Par rapport au compte.
Pourquoi, quoi? Tu vois, c'est ça le truc. C'est pourquoi. C'est quoi l'importance de savoir ça?
De connaître le contexte, peut-être, je sais pas.
Qu'est-ce que tu as dit, Lorraine?
De comprendre le contexte, je sais pas.
She don't know. She said to understand the context.
Historique, je sais pas.
To understand the context, the history.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's also a matter of abrogation. because when we are talking about abrogation, that means if a verse or a topic in one verse later on is altered or would be altered, we need to know which verse would come first and which would come later, that we could put that into the abrogation. You understand that, Majid?
C'est de savoir.
Ouais, j'ai pas tout compris. I didn't understand everything. So, can you repeat, but differently? Maybe just a small sentence. The main.
You know what abrogation is? You know what abrogation is?
Abrogation.
De l'approuver? Approved?
No.
L'abrogation.
For example, there are some verses who deal with wine and alcohol, and they are different from each other, and one to the other might be different and now I lack the words.
Can you just explain? I understand everything, but just one word is most important for me to explain to Lorraine and to Rashida is abrogation. What do you mean by abrogation, please?
The change of law.
Replacing, basically. Replacing an old verse with a new verse.
Is the what?
Replacing an old verse with a new verse.
Ah, ok. C'est en fait c'est le changement. Is it that when a sentence came, you change it to another one, but it's to explain the same thing?
No.
Oh.
So basically, one of the sciences we discussed in the beginning. I'm sorry, by the way, Moise and Auhan, I just interrupt, but for the time. So basically, sometimes Allah reveals a verse, and then Allah changes the law of the rule of that verse with another one.
Ah, okay. Ah, d'accord, ok.
You remember we talked about
Yes, we talked about it. Ouais, bien sûr. En fait, l'abrogation, c'est quand il vient, voilà, c'est ça. C'est quand il donne un verset, il y a un verset qui descend, et ensuite, il y a un autre verset qui vient contredire ce verset. Tu vois ce que je veux dire?
Il fait une correction, quoi.
Voilà. Allah is correcting the first verses.
No. Allah is no. The correction would be the first one is wrong. No, Allah is changing it.
Ah non, c'est pas une correction.
Replacing it.
Voilà, c'est que Allah il a remplacé le verset par un autre. Voilà.
Remplacer, it's same.
remplacer. Voilà, c'est bon.
Moi, je voulais revenir que dans mon sens, je dirais que dans cette révélation, Dieu met un sens à cette synchronicité, d'où même quand je vois le prophète sallallahu alayhi wa sallam où il avait oublié de dire Inch'Allah, la révélation s'est révélée, il y a eu un verset. Dans le Coran, il y a un sens, une synchronicité, il y a un libre arbitre, il y a un destiné, comme quoi tout est écrit. Et en fait, c'est tellement, on peut dire c'est complexe et en même temps non, parce que c'est comme si le Coran est resté toujours en mouvement. En fait, quand on voit le Coran, on voit qu'il est en mouvement comme toute sa création. Et je pense que même dans ça, on peut voir que même chaque verset reste dans ce mouvement.
She's just saying that the Quran is always moving. You know, it's moving because it's so complex that he's like living. You know, that's what she said. She's talking about the sense, the destiny, the synchronicity of the Quran. It's like a miracle. Voilà.
Yeah, no, that's very true. It is generally. What's happening?
All good. I don't know.
Okay, it was a scary sound. Halloween.
Ah yes, yes, oui, c'est chez moi, c'est une aération.
I thought someone is making Halloween joke.
Yeah.
Oh,
In the middle of
Shirk.
Quran class, right?
Don't you spread your shirk here.
Non, non, c'est rien, c'est
mais ça
l'aération.
passe.
C'est la VMC. C'est la VMC.
Okay, that's okay. So what is the thing is what Christian was saying, knowing this revelation chronology is important to address the abrogation in Quran, abrogated and abrogator verses, right, Christian?
Yeah, that's one of the things we can get from
That's
them.
definitely true. Yeah.
Voilà, donc l'importance de connaître de connaître le fait de connaître la chronologie de la révélation, ça permet de savoir comment ça a été abrogé, c'est-à-dire quand il y a un verset qui a été remplacé par un autre. C'est important de savoir quel verset est arrivé en premier et en dernier, et les suivants. Voilà.
Also, we can see the evolution of the verses, or evolution of the approach of prophet towards the other.
Voilà, donc comme ça, on peut voir l'évolution de certains versets et de la réaction du prophète face à certains versets qui sont changés. Voilà.
And the evolution of the law.
Et l'évolution surtout de la loi.
Yeah, this is very important for us to see, because with this knowledge, the time we are in, we can actually recreate this evolution and see where can it go.
Ah ouais, donc on peut ensuite retracer l'histoire de ces révélations et savoir où est-ce que ça peut aller, où est-ce que ça va aller.
D'accord.
Do you understand that part, guys?
Tout le monde a compris? Ça va, Lorraine, t'as compris un peu?
Okay.
Oui, j'ai compris.
C'est
ouais.
parfait, oui.
Ça va, Rachida aussi?
Oui, c'est très clair.
C'est clair. It's clear.
So
It's
what
clear.
happens?
My English
Perfect.
is good, no? Hein?
What happens is Quran is revealed in two different. The Quran is separated, classified in two different categories: verses that are revealed in Mecca and the verses that are revealed in Medina.
Donc le Coran est divisé en deux sortes de
Ah oui, la
versets, ceux
Mecque
qui
et-
viennent de la Mecque.
De Médine. Ok.
We discussed about this last session, if you remember. So, what is Mecca? What is Medini? What is the real differentiation between those two groups?
Voilà, il demande c'est quoi, on l'avait étudié dans la première classe, et quelle est la différence entre les versets Madani et les versets Mekki.
So we concluded with the fact that although we hear there are three different types, some say depending on time, some say depending of place, and some believe that the addressee is important. Who is addressed is important to differentiate Mekki and Madani.
Voilà, donc il y aura, comme tu vois dans le PowerPoint, il y a, ils sont arrivés à la conclusion que c'est divisé en trois réponses. C'est quelqu'un qui... Le temps, l'endroit, et puis... what's the difference between place and address?
I will explain, hopefully.
Donc il va l'expliquer là maintenant.
So, for example, about address. So there are verses that say, "Oh, you non-believers," and there are verses that say, "Oh, you believers."
Il y a des versets qui disent « Oh, vous les non-croyants » et d'autres versets qui disent « Oh, vous les croyants ».
Ah oui, à qui ça s'adresse? À quel public?
Voilà.
Yes, yeah, exactement. So depending of address, this third type of scholars who believe that the differentiation between Mecca and Madani is the verses that address non-Muslims, especially the Mecca kafirs, mushriks, is Mecca, and the others are Madani.
Voilà, donc, can you repeat?
Yeah, sure. I know you are tired. Thank
I'm
you
trying
very
to go to my sky, but I want to stay with you. Sorry.
Thank you very much. So for the third one, I am going from down to up. The third one, they say the verses that address like all you non-believers
Ouais,
of
donc
Mecca, they are called Mekki.
voilà, donc ceux qui étaient adressés aux non-croyants viennent du
C'était
Mecque.
surtout ceux de la
Voilà.
Mecque.
Voilà, exactement.
Yeah, and those verses that say "Oh you believers," they are Medeni.
Voilà, et ceux qui étaient adressés aux croyants viennent des Madani. Voilà.
I have a question about that.
Yeah, sure. Just a second, I found something. Oh, I can do point.
Il a trouvé quelque chose.
Yeah.
A pink point.
I swear the color is like as it is. I found another color. Which color do you want?
Green, of course.
Okay,
Purple.
too Muslim, but okay, let's go. Yeah, what were you saying?
My question would be, if a criteria for categorization would be the address, what about the verses who address all the human beings, all the people? Because there are quite a lot of verses not addressing certain parts of the people, but all of them. So what about those? Because then you can't categorize them, can't you?
I don't. By the way, I don't actually agree with this third type of classification.
Yeah.
But for them, for example, Al-Isfahani, if I am not mistaken, Al-Isfahani, when he talks about verses that address humanity or humankind, the verses Ya ayyuhan nas, this kind of verse, he says they are not actually for all humans.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, very sorry.
Okay.
I don't want to make you repeat because it's
No, that's okay. We can repeat. That's okay. We have time. That's why we have 2 long hours. So the question was, so we said that all you non-believers are Mekki, all you believers are Medeni, but there are verses that say all everyone.
Ah, ok.
Voilà, donc il y a des versets qui disent qu'il y en a qui sont que les non-croyants sont Mekki et les croyants viennent de Madani. Voilà.
Oui.
Et what is the end? Sorry.
So the question says, what are those? Where does these verses go? The verse that say, "Oh, every human being." The answer is, this scholar believe that those verses, although linguistically say "all humankind," they actually mean either all non-believers or all you believers. It comes from the context of the verse.
Ah, ça, oh là là, ouh là là, je suis perdu. Sorry, I'm lost. I'm totally lost. I'm sorry, guys. Excusez-moi, les filles. Là, je suis complètement perdu. Ma tête, elle répond plus.
Ouais, c'est pas évident, franchement. Merci.
C'est très dur. Au
contraire, merci de te mouiller pour nous, en tout cas.
Mon cerveau, il est en train de lâcher un peu, là.
On te comprend, Majid. Franchement,
non,
merci.
J'arrive pas maintenant, mais je vais me reconcentrer, Inch'Allah.
Yeah.
D'accord? Okay, can you go through? It's okay?
Yeah, sure. Majid, please, thank you very much for your help. So that's why don't feel bad at all when you ask. You can ask 5, 6, 7 times. That's okay.
Okay. Bon,
don't feel bad about this.
That's
okay. Normal. You are tired. You are repeating every word almost. So that's why, please don't feel bad when you are tired. No. If you want, you can have a coffee break if you want.
I just want to take 2 minutes. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Let's have 2 minutes break.
Just 2 minutes, guys. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Je vais prendre 2 minutes de pause, les filles. D'accord? Vous aussi.
Pas de problème.
À tout de suite.
Musab, do you have the Noldeke chronology?
Noldeke. Oh God, that guy is crazy. Is it the three different chronology?
No, it's four. He brings the chronology into four sections.
Oh, do you have on
three
PDF?
Mecca and one for Medina.
Hmm.
So there are early Meccan, middle Meccan, and late Meccan surahs he's addressing actually.
But how does he differentiate between early and late Meccan?
Well, he just obviously he did just a list, and he listed them into the different areas. He actually did not even cared about the different parts of it. So there are some surahs that are supposed to be part this and part that from different time periods of revelation, and he didn't care about that even. And I mentioned Angelika Neuwirth and her project, and she's actually working around the whole thing, and yeah. I just wanted to know if you have the list, because then I would send it to you. It's in German, but it's rather clear with what he's intending.
No, I have not some books actually, and I read a lot from him. He is one of the greatest Orientalists talking about Quran. To be honest, I used a lot from him when I prepared my writings as well.
Yeah. So that chronological thing what I have here, it's in the book is called Introduction to the Quran by Watts Bells.
Possibly the one history of we have in English. We have history of Quran.
No, the
introduction.
Obviously the. Oh well, wait. I think the name of the book is Bell's Introduction to the Quran, and that seems to be from what? VAWATT. That this other guy who was also doing. Yeah, exactly. And
that makes sense.
Montgomery Watt seems to have made a book called Bell's Introduction to the Quran. I don't know. But he's, for example, Noldeke is, for example, putting Surah 96 at the very first Surah in Quran, in chronological order. And for example, Neuwirth is actually working against that, because she says that there was a let me see, there was a subgroup of surahs, and that in that subgroup 96 was not in there, but it was in the second subgroup. This is like, it's super interesting, because they are right now she's working on all those linguistical stuff and how things might be connected or not. So it's really.
So she's thinking that 96 is not the first revealed word.
She is not saying that actually. She says that there are certain groups and subgroups in the early Meccan surahs, and she brings 96 into the early Meccan group number 2, subgroup B, together with 87.
With 87?
Together with 87. And 87 is considered like the 15th or so in Noldika's list.
The Allah, Surah Allah.
Yeah, and so I am not really through of her. I just started to go into there. The whole thing is very tense. No, not tense. Deep, and therefore it's really like I only can do a page or two per session because it's really so much information. She's.
I'm here. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna let me send you at least this list for
please
for fun, and ideally hope that the Neuwirth work is translated sooner or later, because it's interesting what she's doing. It's really like
I'm back.
A lot of linguistic approach and yeah, whatever. I just used the time to harass you.
No. That thank you very much.
It's okay.
Just a second, guys. I am trying to. Again, why does
it's at the bottom, dude. At the bottom, right next to the Zoom. Yeah, just to the left. Yeah, that one.
Then why you didn't say it, mate?
I thought somebody else was saying helping you.
Okay, everyone is seeing?
Yeah.
Okay. Bismillah again.
Bismillah.
Chronology of revolution, and we said that it is either Mekki or Medini. And how do we differentiate between Mekki and Medini? Some scholars believe that we differentiate with the addressee, whoever addressed as all you non-believers, it is Mekki, especially the Mushrik Mekki. And if it is addressed directly to Muslims, it is Madani. But to be honest, I believe this is quite a weak way of categorizing. And the second category is depending of the place.
Voilà, la deuxième catégorie, c'est que ça dépend de l'endroit, de la place où ça se situe.
D'accord.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we say place, so it means the verses that revealed in Mecca are Mekki, the verses that revealed in Medina are Medini.
Voilà, tout simplement, les versets qui ont été révélés à la Mecque s'appellent Mekki, et ceux qui ont été révélés à Médine, c'est Al-Madani.
But I believe this is also wrong. This is my personal opinion, because there are, let's say, there are places that Quran was revealed, but it is not neither Mecca or Medina.
Voilà, et pour lui, il pense que, alors Mossab dit qu'il pense que, à son opinion, que c'est faux, puisque il y a des versets qui n'ont été révélés ni à la Mecque ni à Médine.
D'accord.
Like there is a city called Taif. There are verses that were revealed there.
Voilà, il y a une ville qui s'appelle Taïf, il y a même des versets qui ont été révélés là-bas.
D'accord.
And also, what about the travels of Muhammad? He traveled quite a bit, so yeah.
Il demande à propos des voyages de Muhammad.
Most of his travels happened before Islam. So his main travel during Islam was only to south and a little bit north to Medina. That's it actually.
Donc lui, il répond que Mohammed, il a voyagé surtout avant l'islam. Voilà, donc.
I believe the first one is the one of the best way of differentiating Mekki and Medini.
Le premier type est le meilleur pour différencier les Mekki et Medani.
So what do we say? What do we mean by time? We mean the time of migration.
Voilà, qu'est-ce qu'il veut dire par le temps? C'est le temps de la migration.
The migration of Muslims from Mecca to Medina.
C'est le temps de migration de la Mecque jusqu'à Médine. C'est les musulmans qui partent de la Mecque à Médine.
So verses that were revealed before the migrations are Mekki, afters are Madani.
Ceux qui ont été révélés avant la migration sont de la Mecque et ceux qui ont été révélés après la migration sont forcément de Médine.
Médine.
Ouais.
Okay. So this differentiation is many scholars believe in that, and actually it is one of the predominantly accepted opinion, and I also actually agree with this.
Voilà. C'est son opinion principale, c'est la première différenciation, c'est la plus importante.
Okay.
So are there any verses which are exceptions to the chapters in which they were replaced? So we said that the verses are either Mekki or Medini. But when we say verses, actually some scholars say no, not verses. The chapters are either Mekki or Medini.
Voilà, donc en fait, c'est pas vraiment les versets, c'est plutôt les chapitres, les sourates qui sont Mekki ou Medani.
Yeah. So for example, the surah one surah, if it is revealed mainly in Mecca, it is called Mekki.
Voilà, il y a une sourate qui s'appelle Mekki qui a été révélée à Médina, c'est ça? Une Madani, hein?
If it is revealed mainly in Mecca, it is called Mekki.
Voilà, si ça a été révélé la plupart du temps à la Mecque, elle est Mekki. Voilà.
D'accord.
Si la plus grosse partie a été révélée à la Mecque, c'est qu'elle est Mekki. Tu vois le truc?
Ok.
So the question comes: are there any verses which are exception to the chapters which they are placed? So there is a verse, for example, in a chapter is Mekki, but the verse is Medani. This happens or not?
No exceptions if a chapter is Meccan. Same principles applies to Medina's chapter because there is no.
This the first part.
Are there any verses which are exceptions to the chapters in which they are placed? I don't know.
No, it's not a question. I ask you to translate.
Alors est-ce qu'il y a des versets which are exceptions? Est-ce qu'il y a des versets qui sont dans l'exception
par rapport à l'endroit?
Par rapport à l'endroit, effectivement, dans les sourates où ils ont été révélés, tu vois.
Bah, il a dit tout à l'heure, il a dit qu'il y avait dans une ville qui était ni la Mecque ni Médine. Donc oui.
Moi, la seule que je sais, c'est Taïf, quand les djinns sont passés. Et, enfin, je pense que c'est une histoire comme ça, comme quoi les djinns ont entendu le prophète sallallahu alayhi wa sallam parler avec Dieu et qu'ils ont dit qu'en fait, il y avait un prophète musulman, qu'ils avaient rencontré un prophète musulman.
She's talking about the Taif, the other town that you talked about before. And she talked about the jinn.
Yeah, that's true. I understood.
Story. Yeah.
Yeah, there is the Surah al-Jinn was revealed, most of it was revealed after that incident. That's true.
Voilà, il dit effectivement que la Sourate al-Jinn, la plupart a été révélée à ce que tu dis, Taïf, quoi.
So main perspective about this, the opinion is there are no exceptions. So if a verse is in a chapter which is Mekki, then the verse is Mekki.
Voilà, en fait, il y a pas du tout d'exception. C'est si un verset est Mekki, il vient de la Mecque, quoi.
Okay.
But actually,
mais il y a toujours un mais, forcément.
For example, the most reliable listing of 86, the Surah 86, Allah is Mekki.
Voilà, donc il y a 86 surahs qui ont été révélés à la Mecque et 28 à la Médine.
And Surah 29, it is Medani.
Voilà, c'est ce que je disais.
J'ai une question.
What's
the difference what the difference between surat and verse?
Oh, okay. Then I need to show you a
Chapter.
page from Quran. Let me see
Tu
if
peux
I...
lui dire que je m'excuse d'avance de faire des retours en arrière. Peut-être que vous avez déjà vu, peut-être que vous connaissez, je suis désolée.
She apologized because.
no, please.
Il a dit non, t'excuses pas.
There is nothing to be to apologize for. We need to know what is the difference, and these terms are important, and we are using it.
Il dit que c'est important, il faut pas s'excuser pour comprendre d'où ça vient. Au contraire.
Après, c'est surtout pour vous, quoi. Pour vous autres.
Non, il n'y a pas de souci.
I'm trying to make it visual so that makes sense, right? I am unfortunately unable to do this. Oh, my internet is weak. I have no idea why. So let me go for this one. Visit. So basically, I will show you, but I am trying to explain as well. Basically, surah means a chapter.
Surat, ça veut dire chapitre.
Yeah.
Okay.
And verse means a sentence from that chapter.
Okay.
Et verset veut dire une phrase de ce chapitre.
So this is the surah Fatiha.
Voilà, Surat al-Fatiha, tu comprends?
Okay. This is called the chapter of Fatiha, and this part, look, this is one verse.
Voilà.
Okay. It's okay.
2 and 3 and 4. These are verse. Every sentence are called verse. Okay.
Okay.
Please don't feel bad when you are asking. Just ask. Inshallah, we will go through.
Voilà, tu te sens pas mal.
Okay, thank you.
Comme ça, n'hésite pas, quoi.
So
and some verses are more than one sentence.
Definitely in translation, yes, but not in Arabic. In Arabic, generally, they are still considered as one verse.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, weirdly, some verses do not have real meaning.
Yes.
Il y a des versets qui n'ont pas vraiment de
signification. Another conversation.
Meaning that we know.
Definitely so, yeah.
Sorry?
Yes,
Meaning that we know.
Huh?
I totally.
Meaning that we know of.
I totally agree.
Yeah, definitely. But most probably, actually, there is a very good explanation for that. When we come to that part, we will discuss, inshallah.
Inshallah.
So, although, as we said, that if a verse is in a Mekki surah, the verse is Mekki, and vice versa. But there are very few exceptions that verse is Medani, the surah is Mekki, or the opposite.
Ouais, donc il y a bien sûr il disait qu'il y a des contradictions dans le sens, c'est pas, voilà, il y a des versets qui sont de Mekki et des surah Madani et le contraire aussi.
Okay.
C'est l'exception.
Okay. Chronology of revelation continues. Look at this is your homework now. My evilness comes. So I want you to look at the order of the revelation of the surahs provided. This is Allama Ma'rifat, a scholar, in his book. In this book is in English. If you want, I'm not sure if PDF exists. So according to this scholar, I listed 12 verses of the 12th surah of the first revealed ones. Okay. These are the first revealed surahs according to that scholar. Okay, I want you to read through these surahs,
ouais,
and see if this chronology makes sense to you.
Ok, donc il nous demande de lire ces 12 sourates dans l'ordre où elles ont été révélées et de voir si dans la chronologie
C'est cohérent.
c'est cohérent, ça a du sens pour nous. Voilà,
Ouais.
ça dit exactement. Donc, il faut les lire une par une et si dans la chronologie ça a du sens.
What happened? Guys?
Yeah?
Oui.
Yeah. So I'm gonna now we will finish the class now. And subhanallah, what happened? I lost you.
We are still there.
Majid, c'est ça?
Oui.
Peux-tu demander si c'est possible, je pense qu'il va le faire, mais voilà, de m'envoyer les documents que j'ai ratés et les supports dont j'ai besoin, enfin, je sais pas, enfin, pour suivre la classe, quoi, tout simplement.
Le cours d'aujourd'hui, tu veux dire? C'est ça?
Ouais, et puis les précédents, Est-ce qu'il y a des documents à voir enfin, je sais pas, enfin.
Oui, il va te les envoyer, il l'a dit tout à l'heure, mais on va lui redemander. Mossab, she just asked if you can send her all the papers and the PowerPoints because she wants to have the next class and the class of today.
Today's class, I need to really prepare them. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to prepare them.
Ouais,
so that's
pour aujourd'hui, ça va pas être possible. Ok.
Pour aujourd'hui, c'est pas possible, mais pour les autres, oui. Voilà.
I will try to do it soon this week, inshallah, and I will send the previous all of them. I will try.
Il va le faire ce week-end et puis il va te les envoyer dès que possible, quoi. Voilà.
Okay. Now I am sending you your homework. So first homework was this one. You are still seeing my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Either one, if you want, do your research about Sanam manuscript and what are the differences and what does it mean for you.
Okay.
And the second homework is, I want you to look at this. Where is it? Yeah, here. This chronology. You see here?
Yeah.
This chronology, I want you to look at this chronology and read the verses and read the surahs and see if that makes sense. The surahs are mostly very small, very short, very short.
Donc,
like for example,
lire les 12 sourates et de voir si la chronologie a du sens pour nous. Ça va, Lorraine?
D'accord.
C'est ça les devoirs pour la semaine prochaine.
D'accord, ok.
I am just putting it here fully so you can if you want to go back you can check. Yeah, and the third homework would be, these are not like all of them are homework. No, you can choose from one. Translate this part, Majid, please.
On n'est pas obligé de faire les deux, on peut en choisir l'un des deux.
Voilà, exactement. Ouais.
Ok.
If you want to do all of them, that's perfect. But if you don't have time, just choose one thing and do it.
Non, en fait, il te dit, si tu n'as pas le temps de faire les 12, tu peux en prendre juste un et puis... voilà,
j'ai compris.
Ouais, d'accord.
Oui, parce qu'il y en a pas mal quand même là
il y a 12 sourates quand même, c'est quand même un peu long.
Quand même, hein, c'est pas rien.
It's 12 surat, huh?
It is 12 surah. Okay, let me shorten for you. I'm trying to see. Yeah, actually, you see what am I gonna do? Yeah.
First 5 or 6, yeah.
1 to 6.
Is that okay?
It's okay.
Yes.
They are not long. They are really not long.
Non, c'est des petites sourates en fait. It's small.
Ok, d'accord.
Let me show you like.
Tu vois, l'alaq, al-qalam, tu vois, c'est vraiment des toutes petites sourates.
They are very short actually, like most of them. Not all of them, but most of them are very short. Just a second.
Majid, c'est pas pour les apprendre par cœur, j'espère.
Non, Rachida, tu dois juste les lire. Tu dois juste les lire et voir si ça a du sens, la chronologie, parce qu'on a parlé de la chronologie de la révélation, tu vois, il y en a qui sont arrivés avant, les unes derrière les autres. Si la chronologie a du sens pour toi.
Ah ouais, d'accord.
Explique-
C'est comme il a dit, j'ai attendu qu'il lui a dit prends une, alors je lui ai dit mais comment on
Non,
peut
non,
faire ça avec?
Non, il a dit simplement si t'as pas le temps, t'en prends qu'une et tu le fais avec une seule. D'accord?
Ah d'accord, ok.
C'est tout.
Ok.
See, for example, guys, one of the longest one is Fajr, the Surah Fajr. It is less than 1 page.
Hein?
The Surah Fajr.
Il a pris un exemple, la Surat al-Fajr, d'accord?
Oui.
Donc il est avec le Coran en fait. Do you have the Quran, the other?
What do you mean the other?
You want
Yeah.
you want us to take the Quran?
No, what? Sorry?
Sorry, Musab.
I didn't understand, Majid. Sorry.
So you talk about Surat al-Fajr.
Yeah, I am saying that it is very short.
Ah, ok. Yeah.
Ok.
Voilà, il dit que c'est en fait
Très court, quoi, oui.
j'étais complètement à l'ouest, donc j'étais complètement à la ramasse là. Donc il parlait juste d'une simple sourate. Moi j'étais parti chercher le Coran et tout, tu vois. Donc,
Oui, non, mais c'est pas grave. C'est pas évident. Hein.
Ouais. Donc voilà. Ok, Moussab. Ok.
Okay, guys. So choose either do a research about manuscript of Sana'a or read these 6 surahs, and then if actually the chronology makes sense for you, because the person claims that first one was revealed before the second and second one was revealed before the third. So see if this makes sense to you. Just try to read and understand, okay?
Voilà, faut juste lire et puis essayer de comprendre. Et puis,
comprendre.
Voilà, et puis raconter ça à la prochaine session.
Okay.
D'accord.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you being present. And
I have something.
What's the third homework?
Sorry, do we know the next session?
No, what's the third homework? You said that you were going to give another one.
I decided to not to.
Yeah, I'm okay with you. I'm agree.
Okay, in regard to the next session, let me see. That's a good
It's
question.
Friday.
Actually, so the next level 2 session, like we have here, will be actually next week, will it? Because we postpone it.
No.
No, actually, no. Right. Right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. What?
13th of November.
Exactly. It's 13th of November. No. Yes. It's 13th of
13
November. Yeah, it's
C'est ça.
November 13. And in between this Friday, there will be a presentation. A person will speak to all of the students of level 1 and level 2. We planned to have Annie Zonneveld, but it didn't work out, so we will have that later on. We got Imet Messeudi. Imet is a former Albanian imam now living in Vienna.
Donc, il dit simplement que déjà la prochaine session c'est le 13 novembre pour le niveau 2, donc ce qu'on est en train de faire là, mais qu'en fait ce vendredi il y a l'intervention d'un imam albanais qui va réunir les deux niveaux, le 1 et le 2, ce vendredi. Voilà.
Mais je croyais que c'était le level 1, moi, aujourd'hui.
Non, aujourd'hui c'est le level 2. Le level 1 c'est vendredi.
Ah ben alors ouais. Mais je vous ai retardé là. Ah d'accord.
She believes that the level 1 it's on the Tuesday.
Ah, she was in level 1.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's
Don't. You didn't waste any time, inshallah.
Non, c'est pas grave. T'as rien perdu, hein, tu sais. Nous non plus, hein, y a pas de souci, t'inquiète pas, hein, c'est rien.
Ah donc ce vendredi, c'est pour le premier niveau donc.
Le vendredi en général, in general, the Friday is for the level 1. OK. And this Friday, ce vendredi, il y a l'intervention d'un imam albanais pour réunir le level 1 et le level 2.
Ok.
Et spécialement ce vendredi.
Ce vendredi-ci, ce vendredi-ci.
Voilà, ce vendredi-ci.
Donc, la personne qui s'occupe du level 1, c'est qui alors? C'est les mêmes personnes?
C'est Christian. C'est Christian.
C'est Christian. Christian is doing the level 1 on Friday. What time, Christian? What time?
Not this Friday, but next Friday.
Voilà, donc c'est pas ce vendredi.
Oui.
Oui. Le prochain vendredi, c'est le niveau 1 avec Christian. What time?
And the time is 7:30.
C'est à 7h30.
Ok, 7h30.
Voilà, 19h30.
Et l'imam, c'est quand l'imam?
But first of all, the next session, which is interesting for everybody, is this Friday.
Voilà, donc.
Ok, oui,
ça j'ai compris. Là, on parle d'un autre truc, donc ce vendredi.
And this Friday, Imad Mehmedi will give a presentation, and we will have a possibility also to ask a question. And the topic will be, the general topic will be about reforming of Islam, and also a bit of Western European approach to Islam. And then he will go into special, he will go into a special topic into the work. There's a book which is called I can't say that. I'm not fluent in Arabic, unfortunately. Nasser Abu Said did a very important work called Naqd al-Khitab Dini also. And that's a rather interesting work in regard to reform Islam. So we will hear about that. Imad is a very, very nice person, and I know him personally, and he offered to hold a presentation because Ani wasn't available. So that is a short-term thingy. He will do the presentation in English. We will make the translation into French. We will start on Friday at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock France time.
France time, yes.
Okay.
8 o'clock, okay.
8 o'clock France time, and we will I will make a flyer for that, so a graphic which will be in the groups that you can see it again, and I will, yes, of course.
Voilà, donc ce vendredi à 20h, un cheikh albanais va venir parler d'un sujet de la réforme de l'islam avec des bouquins, des présentations. Et la vision européenne, etc.
Les réformes de l'islam.
Voilà. Bravo, Masha'Allah. Masha'Allah.
Inshallah, one day I will speak.
Ah, yeah.
There you go. All right. Fine. All right. So that's just what I wanted to say, that we will see each other on Friday again.
Inshallah.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Thank you very much, guys. Inshallah, see you. And Lauren, I hope although you were in the wrong level, I hope you didn't feel bored. Thank you for your contributions and questions.
Lauren, please contact me in the Facebook group, so that I can implement you with everything. Then we can talk to each other on Facebook and everything.
Voilà, il faut que tu le contactes par Facebook. Vous puissiez communiquer pour le niveau 1 vendredi.
Oui.
Et moi qui étais contente d'avoir une autre femme à côté de moi. Ah là là.
Ah, Rachida.
What did she say, Rachida? What did you say?
Ah, she said she was happy to have a girl close to her. Because she's the only woman, so
I agree with you. Really, we need a girl. Lauren,
I can be your girlfriend.
If you want, you can join us as well.
Oh my God.
Okay, guys. Let's close the session.
Sorry for my joke, huh?
No. Don't be. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين
الحمد لله
والصلاة
رب
والسلام
العالمين.
على رسولنا محمد وآله وصحبه